Good morning to you everyone at Ranelagh School. It's Adrian, your chaplain. I'm not in school, I'm not in the school grounds. I'm recording this assembly on a 3-day break in half term. Just getting away from the hustle and bustle of life, learning to appreciate the things that I've got, developing an attitude of gratitude, and that is what I'm here to talk about today. Developing an attitude of gratitude. And sometimes that can be hard. When life seems too difficult, sometimes that can be hard. So I'm going to share with you a great story about someone who had incredible gratitude and never gave up on life, always realised that their glass was half full rather than never half empty. And it all starts with my wonderful friend Sarah. Now Sarah was married to a Turkish guy called Ercan. They met when she went on holiday to Turkey. She met Ercan, he became the love of her life, and they ended up marrying. But before they were getting married, they actually bought into a hotel together and ran a hotel. And that's how we got to know Sarah as well. Now, once Sarah realised she was going to be getting married and buying this hotel, she wanted her parents to meet Ercan. So what she did, she arranged for her parents to fly over to meet her and Ercan's parents as well. They picked them up from Dalaman Airport and took them to this lovely village just outside Olodeniz called Fethiye. Gorgeous place. I've been on numerous holidays there. Absolutely beautiful place. Now, Sarah's parents, on arrival to Fethiye, Ercan's parents were there. Ercan's father came out, a little Turkish guy, a lovely, lovely man. He came running out to meet them. As he meets them, he just shook their hands and he hugged them. And he said, you know, hi, I'm Ercan's father. I am a very rich man. I'm very respected. I'm very, very rich man. And Sarah's thinking, what is he going on about? He hasn't got any money. He hasn't got hardly any money. And she knew where he lived. It wasn't particularly flash. It was like a little shack, really. And he lived there with his family, which quite a lot of them, and all squashed in, sharing spaces to sleep and things like that. So Sarah thought, I'll just ignore this. And Sarah's dad, being a good Englishman, didn't want to embarrass the guy and put him in. Goes, oh, I'm really pleased for you, really, really pleased for you that you've got this this richness. You're rich beyond your dreams and whatever. And Ercan's father kept on about this throughout the day. I'm a rich man. I've got all I want. I don't need any more. I'm a very rich man. And then in the end, Sarah said it was getting embarrassing because he just would not let it go. So in the end, he suddenly turned around at the end of saying it numerous times. He said, do you know I'm a rich man? And at last he got to the point. And Sarah's dad said, no, I may have. You got money, a lot of money in the bank? I don't know. You know, what is it? He said, no. He goes, I'm a rich man. Look, I have a beautiful son, Ercan. I have other sons and daughters. I have my beautiful wife. I have a house, a roof over my head. I have enough food on the table. I'm working. I am a very rich man, and I'm about to become even richer because my son Ercan is marrying your daughter Sarah, and that will make me incredibly rich. And for that, I'm incredibly grateful. And Sarah suddenly realised, you know, wow, I never contemplated that. You know, often in the UK, we look at what we have in monetary terms, in materialistic things. You know, what phone we've got, what car we've got, what house we live in. You know, have we got this, have we got that, comparing ourselves to others. Often we forget to be grateful for the small things we have in life. And Sarah said it taught her a huge, huge lesson. So guys, this is not a rant, this is not to make you feel guilty. This is often that we are caught in a cycle of, I wish I had this, oh, it's not fair, I haven't got that. And that's okay. There are some things that you require and you need, and I get that. This isn't to make you feel guilty. This is to make you understand actually it's good to be grateful. It's okay to be grateful for what you've got. And just because you don't measure up against someone else doesn't mean anything. I used to, as I said before, I worked in security and I worked with some of the richest people, wealthiest families in the world. And do you know what? And celebrities, a lot of celebrities. And for everything they had, well, I always say 95% of them weren't happy with their life. They always wanted a little bit more out of life. They weren't grateful. It actually often the money and the trappings made them more ungrateful and more unhappy. And you know, just something to think about there. They didn't develop the attitude of gratitude. They didn't develop that. So what are you going to do? Tomorrow morning when you wake up, head off the pillow, is it going to be, oh no, not this, not that again, oh poor me, poor this, poor that? Or is it going to be, do you know what, today's going to be a good day, today's going to be a good day and I'm going to make the most of that day. I'm breathing fresh air, I'm drinking clean water. How simple, we take that for granted. I'm eating food fresh from a supermarket. I'm having food prepared for me by adults or other people in my life. And then maybe you'll come to school and say, oh, I can't do this. Oh, it's impossible. It's too hard. It's too difficult. I'm useless. I'm rubbish. Change it. Change the self-talk. Develop the attitude of gratitude. And from that, you will develop the mindset of, instead of can't, it will become can. Instead of impossible, it will become possible. Instead of I won't, it will become I will. And whatever hard, you know, however hard things become, just say, if it's hard, I'm just going to try harder to get over this obstacle. Okay? You know, the world is littered with stories of people that never gave up, that didn't give in. People that weren't prepared to accept second best. You can just go on the internet and find there's thousands of people. But most people I know who became successful in life are grateful for what they've got and not always looking for what they haven't got. Those things are gifts. The extras become gifts, but be grateful for what you've got. Develop an attitude of gratitude. And it's weird, even in the Bible, when Paul was being given such a terrible time, when he was held by the Romans before his eventual death, he was just always joyful, and they couldn't work it out. You know, you're in bondage, you're in chains, and yet he still praised God for his situation. He praised God for forgiving him. He praised God for a new life, for becoming reborn, and for knowing Jesus. Incredible. You know, I feel like that about my life. You know, my life was a shambles, to be honest with you, at times. It was a mess. When I found Jesus, that's why I go on about it so much. It changed my life so much that I became incredibly grateful for the things I've got. Incredibly grateful. And don't get me wrong, I have days when I get and go, oh no, what am I doing today? This is bad, this is that. But since working with young people, I've never had that experience. I've always been grateful for the job, or for the interactions with young people. Always grateful when things work well for young people, and I've played a very small part in that. That for me is a job well done. That makes me go to my grave grateful. I'm grateful for my kids, I'm grateful for my grandchildren, I'm grateful for my parents, and I'm extremely grateful for my wife. But I'm just grateful for life, that I've got it to live. You know, I'm a foster. I've fostered kids who've come from war zones, who are refugees, and they've travelled incredible journeys to get here. When you hear their story, it humbles you and it makes you realise actually we've got a relatively easy life. I have nothing but respect for young people, young kids that manage to get across deserts, continents to get here to try and find a better life. It takes guts, courage, but actually it's come to the point where they need that. And when they get it, that's why they're so grateful for it. So just think about that. Develop an attitude of gratitude. Be thankful for the things you've got and forget about the things you don't have or yet have. You could even do it that way. The things I don't yet have. So guys, I'm going to pray us out. And I ask, you know, that in that prayer that we would develop a mindset of Paul, St. Paul, who developed this attitude of gratitude. So let me pray and we'll continue. So Father God, I thank you for every young person, every teacher, every member of staff within Ranelagh for all that they bring to this school. I ask, Lord, that they would be able to develop an attitude of gratitude, to be thankful for the small things they have in their lives and not crave the bigger things. Lord, I just ask that you would make that apparent to them, that they have a roof over their head, they have food on their table, and things could be a whole lot worse in their lives. And just help us to develop a mindset like Paul had, where even in the worst moments, he just praised Jesus and thanked the Lord for his life. Even going to his death, he thanked God. So Lord, just bless every person in this school. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, amen. So guys, have a great week coming up. Have a great weekend. You'll see this on the Friday. I'm enjoying my time here out in the countryside, getting some fresh air and contemplating life. Have a great one, guys. Take care. God bless. And if you're in school, don't forget to say hello. Love chatting with you. Bye.